Hey fam, it is Kim George here with YourSheetGeek.com. So guys, we gotta talk. We got to talk. So I woke up this morning, just kind of perusing, and I came across a post that kind of took me by surprise. But I guess I'm not really surprised, as I know that this has become a very popular term, and there has been a specific coloring book publisher that has basically started publishing a lot of coloring books that have this term in it that are selling very well. They are some of their best sellers. And so I figured that it was only going to be, or I figured that it was going to be a matter of time before they try to do something as far as trademarking things and etc. So that is what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about trademarks and how Coco Wyo, which is one of the big publishers and brands over on Amazon, is trademarking a long list of terms that I've seen quite a few people using in their coloring book titles and etc. But before we dive into this video, guys, I'd love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. If you're interested in any resources or trainings, for example, maybe you want to start a brand and a line or a set of low content books that you can publish and sell on Amazon, you can check out From Publish to Profit. The link is below. Or maybe you want to learn how to save time by designing low content books with AI. There is a link to Easy AI low content book design below, and some freebies as well. I'm not going to get into all of that though. I just wanted to put those two out there, but we really got to talk about this because this could potentially have huge implications on anyone that is using these terms if they are to get trademarked. So anyways, as I was stating, Marina Arts from Marina Arts Design, she is in one of the groups that I am in. Big shout out to you, Marina, for keeping us all up to date on this. And she basically put a new video out that I'm going to link below to where she talked about that, not KDP, but that Coco Wyo is trying to trademark the term bold dash easy, I think, coloring books or something like that. Now, if you're not familiar with who Coco Wyo is, guys, I'm going to just show you real quick. They are a very huge player in the world of Amazon. They have a lot of coloring books for sales. Excuse me. They have a lot of popular coloring books for sale. Excuse me. A lot of their books are bestsellers, as you can see here, and these are definitely some popular books that are making them a lot of coin. So it's kind of like I get on the one hand why they are trying to do what they are trying to do, which is to corner the market. But it does kind of disgust me a little bit because, to be honest with you, they were not the first people to come up with this kind of look and feel for the books, right? It was Megan Miles Arts, I think, who first kind of came up with this and who I saw started doing like these popular little smaller books for people to buy from Amazon. And Coco Wyo just basically took this iteration or took what was happening and they basically created their own iteration of these coloring books. And again, I'm not mad at them because they did come up with something that's really cute and that's really unique to them, okay, which is smart. But now what they're trying to do is they are now trying to basically trademark a lot of the terms and things that they are using on these different coloring books. And so as you can see here, what I did was I went over to the WIPO website. You can also see this on the USPTO website as well to look at the trademarks that are coming up. And I saw that they have quite a few here that they are that are impending right now for trademark names. All right. And so as you can see here, these are some of the titles or some of the words that they are that they file trademarks on. And it looks like a lot of them they started filing as early as June of 2024, and then as late as November the 25th. So some of these are pretty recent. Actually, I don't know what this is right here. This is pretty recent, but as far as the other names, yeah, some of them are pretty recent here. So let's just go through the list really quickly of the ones that they have, and let's just talk about what you want to kind of look out for and what I'm planning to do and what I recommend that you do as well. Okay, so here's all of the different words that I was able to find, and again, I'm using the WIPO website, but you can also see this on the USPTO trademark site as well. So you can see Cozy Spaces was filed on June the 24th of this year for a trademark, and this is in class 16, which is what we usually use for our books when we're publishing on KDP. So that's something else to remember. You can see here, this is bold dash easy coloring book. They filed a trademark on this phrase to use that. That was filed in November of this year. Simple art is another one that they filed a trademark for in November of this year. Little corner is another one. Comfy days is one. Ocean scene is one. Let's see. I'm not sure what this is, but that's okay. Ocean scene is one. Comfy patterns is one. Hygge place. This is one that I actually had someone ask me a question about. And I remember stating that I will probably stay away from using this word because it's a little too specific and unique for me. So I would probably stay away from using it. But they have filed a trademark application for that. Cozy friends. They filed one for that. Spooky cutie. I've seen a lot of people using this. Glow cosmetics. Cute and groovy. All right. Food, drink, and sweets, and then fashion vibes. So they have quite a few trademarks that they filed this year from all the money that they've made with the little coloring books that they've created over on Amazon, like these. You can see right here that these coloring books are doing really, really well. So, and again, like I said, I'm not mad at them for filing trademarks to try to protect the little market that they've cornered. But what I don't like is the fact that these words are very broad. Now, I had a conversation with one of my good friends who is also in KDP, who I trust and who talks frequently to an attorney about this. And one of the things she stated was that this could be problematic because, and problematic, I mean, for Coco Wyo, because the words are so broad. You know, they're not specific enough. Now, Hygge place is one that I can definitely see that may go in or may go through because it is a little unique, and spooky cutie is another one as well. But some of the other ones in here, fashion vibes, cute and groovy, all of these different terms, these are very, very broad terms and they're not unique enough. Now, as for me, I have published, as I mentioned, a few coloring books that have bold and easy, not spelled like this, but they do have bold and easy in the title. And so what I've done, because I see what they're trying to do, is I've gone ahead and I've unpublished those books. I've unpublished those books. I have stopped running ads on them. I only had a few of them and they weren't even making me sales anyway, so it really didn't matter. But I've gone ahead and I've unpublished those books just to try to be on the safe side, just in case they are to get a trademark for this word. Now, I know that, again, in talking to my friend, that, you know, because the word is so broad, that there could be a case where people could push back on this to say, no, you can't trademark this because this is too common of a phrase and it's not specific enough, or they could be rejected. So I'm really not sure, again, of how this is going to go. And you can also see that they have filed these in the USA. Yep. So that is another thing. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to make you aware of this. And I also wanted to talk about some of the things that I am planning to do for this and some of the recommendations that I have for you as well. Okay, so here is some of the recommendations and things that you guys may want to do if you are using any of these phrases in your coloring books, and so forth. Okay, so number one is you can unpublish books that have these titles in them. If you don't want to risk it, you don't want to chance it, just in case they are to get approved with some of these titles or some of the kind of generic titles and things, you can definitely go through and unpublish these books if they have them in there. So in Amazon and KDP, all you have to do is you run a search, put bold and easy, find any books that have that title in them, and then you can basically go to the right of that, click the little three buttons on the side, and then you can just click to unpublish that title. That is one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do, number two, is to fight back by filing a complaint against them. for trying to trademark these broad and these, super broad terms. Now, I've never gone through that process of doing that before, so I'm not really sure what the process would be to do this. But that is something that I've heard that you can do, and that people can do, is to rally together to say, nope, you can probably trademark some of these other little some of the other phrases that are more unique to you, but these other broad phrases, no. But again, I'm going to say that I have heard stranger things happen. I've heard people trademark very common phrases, specifically over in the Amazon merch world. So here again, you just never know. Number 3 is don't use these terms in your titles, or find a way to come up with unique names and titles for your books. This is kind of what I try to do anyways. So say, for example, if I find something that is a very popular word or whatever it is, and it's something that I'm interested in publishing as a book, what I would do is I would try to come up with a unique angle and spin on my own for that particular word. Now, that is something that I do try to do. And then also, as a bonus here, number 4 is to talk to an attorney. If you're not really sure, I'm not an attorney, so I wouldn't even say, if you don't feel comfortable with listening to me, find an attorney who is versed in trademark law and speak to them and ask them what they would recommend that you do if you still want to try to proceed with using some of these words and things in a coloring book, because they are so generic. So that is something else that you can do to further protect yourself. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention just so everybody can be in the know and just, kind of know what's going on here with Coco Wyo and what they're trying to do. Again, I understand with some of the more unique kind of themes that they have to their coloring books, why they would want to get those trademarked. But for the other broad terms, I think it's a little ridiculous, but I've seen stranger things happen. And this is one of the things that you guys will know, is that when something becomes very, very popular, just because it's popular, it doesn't mean necessarily that you should go chasing after it. You want to be able to take something and find your own unique spin or your own unique angle to protect yourself as much as you can from getting trademark infringement or, running into any of those kind of crazy issues with these publishers. Okay. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Again, I do have the full link to Marina's video out there, because she was one of the first people to kind of talk about this, and has really gotten a really great discussion going here in the KDP community on this topic. And then also just about being careful when you're creating these different books and things. Okay. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. I will, again, link to Marina's video. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? What are you planning to do? Have you used any of these words in your coloring book titles, or are you planning to? And if so, are you going to remove your titles, or just what is going to be your next course of action? I'd love to know. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you around in another video.